everybody, and welcome to another episode of Unique with Ursula and Natalia.
Today we are with a special guest who is Fabien Arbour, a successful Montreal singer whose second album is out now, and we'll talk about it later on in the episode. So sorry. And today we are here with you, Fabien, to talk about your journey, because in our previous video we talked about changing, we talk about how to define your goal and how to achieve your goal, the fact that you have to have a burning desire to achieve it. So we are curious to know how you became such a good singer now.
Thanks. First I can say I was more, but first I started singing when I was young. When I was a kid, and then I can say I'm more like a writer than a singer. Spent like my teenage years writing poetry and reading books, poetry a lot, and then into like about when I was 16, I had this band that I loved, that was The Doors with Jim Morrison, and then it's the point where it crossed through music and poetry, and then start writing down more songs. And then when I was about 20 years old, I realized that if I want to make music in my life, nobody would make music for me. So I started playing guitar. And then about 24, I was pretty good, getting good, and then I started jamming with friends and giving lessons to children around, and this is where I started writing down my first songs.
Oh, fine, you took the decision to make it by yourself.
Exactly, yeah.
And can you tell us a little bit about your influences?
Yeah, that's the worst question I can be asked.
Thank you for asking that.
Because when I'm listening radio, I'm listening all channel at the same time. My father said my grandfather was like this. He was listening like all channel at the same time, and he could say like or movies at the same time, and he could say what's happening in the next movie. But so me, when I'm listening to radio, I'm like listening 3-4 seconds of every channel, then I skip 3-4. I could be 3-4 hours in my car, it will be the same thing over and over. Then I get the song that I like. I listen it about 1 minute, 1 minute 30, then I get the point and the overall, and then I get in skip motion. I'm like a robot. And then, I could say that I like every kind of music. And I've been influenced, and I've been listening all kind of music, but I can say that I'm very perfectionist about the word. I'm very pinky about this. If one word is not at the same, one word doesn't fit or doesn't sound good, I start skipping it immediately. So that's where all my writing down came into. So
I see. So you're on your road to success if you're not already there. So to what do you owe your success?
I can say I've been very I've met good people. I've met good people through all this. I've been very lucky with the first producer I've met, the second producer I've met. Both came in at the perfect timing, and they've made me become better and better, and all the person that I've been very determined, and I never stopped doing this. It's over more than 10 years now that I'm doing this, and I'm working still non-stop on making music, on event, on producing, on all kind of, I'm in the field. So there's a part of determination, there's a part of going for it, you know, very and there's a part of being lucky too, you know, or when you're not lucky to change road until you get lucky.
You created your
Exactly.
luck. That's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
difference.
yeah, exactly.
You created it. Oh, nice.
You kept on pushing until you found your thing, your luck, as you call it.
Exactly.
Cool.
Well, yes, it's really interesting because that's what we were talking about in our previous videos. So, you know, the fact that you create your luck, your own luck, that you have to be determined, that you have to be passionate, and that's it. And you did it. That's why you are here now. So, congratulations.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah. So, talking about your second album, Rays of Hope, where we can find such amazing sounds like One on One, The Summer Heat, and Jungle Attraction, favorite one of Natalia. So can you talk about your album, where we can find it, what we can find it? So tell us more.
Yeah, so you can find it on iTunes or Amazon, pretty all digital platform.
Okay.
Distribute over 200 platform digital. So yeah, so that's it. The album come from something very not pleasant, because a lot of thing happened in my life, and I got a big accident in the same year. I had my first kid, my daughter, and then my mother passed away in a couple of months. So I was at home and getting into like big meditation time, and it started by itself, you know. All those songs were all around, and so the producer of my first album, El Verso, was living near my house, and he was passing a lot of time at that time with me, and then he started showing me how to record on Pro Tools, because all the time before I was into like, I started with the 4-track, then into the digital recorder, and I was very scared to pass the computer, and then he said, it's gonna make the difference in your life and everything. So he started giving me lessons. In a couple of weeks I started making my song All Alone, and they were very bad. And then I was keep on making my songs, and but I realized it was not good, you know. I didn't thought it was that bad, but I realized, you know, when you're in the training mode,
you're starting.
Yeah, that's what's interesting in life. It's like when you start playing music, you're really bad, but you feel like you're getting better.
Mm-hmm.
So then I went into the set of La Disque, and then I went see, I type in Brandvan, and then I type in the studio, and it get me through Studio Rouge in Boucherville, and then I called the guy, Pierre-Luc, and I said, oh, I'm making an album, I want to show you the song, and he said, okay. So we had a meeting, and then I made him listen to the song. And then he said, he pretended it was very good. And then he said, come back, and come but play them to me live. And then I played them to live, and then he saw potential, he saw the real potential of the song. And then we started building out the song together, and then it was going very fast, and he was pretty amazed by this, because he saw that I spent years in studio and spent years writing down song, and he felt it, and it was going so fast. Then he said, okay, I want to help you with the album, and we're gonna work together. And so the album came, then it got bigger and bigger, and it get better, it was very exciting. And then at the end he said, okay, we had 10 songs at first, and then he said, okay, we're gonna skip those 3 songs are not as good as the rest of the album. The album has a very positive vibe. You want all the songs on the album to have a meaning, to be on it. And then we skipped like 3 songs, said okay, let you time to write new songs, and then I wrote down maybe the 3 best songs of the album, Rays of Hope, One and One, and Jungle Attraction.
I love one of them. Oh my god.
Cool, thanks. And so that's how it finished, and so the album got better and better, and it was very exciting. So now I got some
Nice.
new good song too that needs to be recording. They're on maquette too, but it's only getting better and better, and I'm feeling like it's gonna get very big soon.
Good, we are waiting for it.
Yes,
My
can
God.
now wait to see. Oh, sorry, to hear the
For sure.
Thank you so much for coming to our web
Thanks
show.
to you, thanks a lot.
And don't forget to share our videos and follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. And we will leave you the information down below of this amazing artist so you can follow him and check out his music
And we'll see you next week.
on Unique.